Currin has revealed to the Commission of Inquiry into State Capture that while trying to clone information on hard drives with information on the Gupta family, U.S. authorities subsequently told him that they were also investigating the family. Currin was given testimony before the Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo on how two whistleblowers, Stan as well as John, came to be in the possession of hard drives which the Commission's legal team has applied to be submitted as evidence. But for more on the story now, let us cross live to SABC's senior reporter who's been covering the event for us, Mzwandile Mbeje. Mzwai, good afternoon to you. Thank you so much indeed for coming through. It certainly has been a very long day, starting in the morning with the Democratic Alliance and its leader Mmusi Maimane picketing outside the venue.
Indeed, Palisa, it's been a very long day, and of course a bit technical as well in other areas, as Brian Currin was busy presenting his evidence and of course setting out really informing South Africans how we got to the stage where there was a situation where people were talking about the Gupta leaks. These are the people who made it possible for that kind of information really to filter, to reach the nation, though not perhaps in the manner in which they had conceived it initially. Remember, they had, after getting a tip-off from a friend and getting to meet and get those hard drives, they actually engaged an investigative team known as Amapungane Palisa, and then they were planning to release this information around September. And of course, there was also the consideration of the issues around the safety and security of those involved. But on the 28th of May, the Sunday Times broke the story. So it had to happen, and then they had to manage it the best way they could. But of course, as you've also indicated, the issue of this evidence being admitted here at the Commission. So the legal representative of the Commission have really been making their case to the chairperson, Judge Zondo, to say they want this evidence to be admitted so that they would be able really to strengthen the case insofar as the investigation into the state capture is concerned. Remember, it's not a given that simply because people have been told about this evidence, about this Gupta leaks, it's not a given that it would be admissible, particularly because there are certain laws governing the electronic information in this country. So that is why the Commission's legal team have been presenting their case, and it's not done yet. When the court resumes, rather when the Commission resumes tomorrow morning at 10, they will continue stating their case, why they believe this kind of information should be admitted, Palisa.
Yeah, certainly, Mzwai, as I was about to ask what is likely to happen next regarding this particular issue, as you say yourself, that it's very much technical. But we've also heard the legal head, Advocate Paul Pretorius, saying that all three hard drives are currently in the possession of the Commission for Safekeeping. Talk to us about that.
Absolutely. The hard drives are in the Commission's possession. But that does not necessarily mean that it's a given that this Commission will accept them as evidence. So that is why they are stating their case. Remember, they are about 300,000 of pages, or rather of information contained in these hard drives. So one of the questions, or rather one of the issues the judge was really stressing, Palisa, was that if he then makes an order to admit this kind of information, so which areas, because there are some of those areas really that have not necessarily been touched, but of course there are those that are already known in terms of so what transpired in those Gupta leaks. So he was really giving the legal commission's representative some tough time there, because he wants, when he decides what to do, he wants to be in the clear. So tomorrow when the commission resumes, so we'll actually know more as to what exactly the judge is thinking. Though my inclination, Palisa, is that This kind of information, really, the judge will probably end up admitting, but I don't think he wants to take things for granted or other things lightly, so he wants things to be done in the correct manner. Yes, this is the information that everyone perhaps knows about and perhaps is in the public interest, but at the same time, proper procedures must be followed.
All right, Mzwai, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much. That was SABC senior reporter Mzwandile Mbeje live from the state capture inquiry taking place here in Johannesburg, of course, updating us about the events of today. As he said, the commission resumes tomorrow at 10 a.m. The SABC News will keep you informed as and when the activities unfold.